it's the Workhouse Diet again, phase 3, 1901. This is when they standardised the food and gave everybody, every workhouse, a cookbook, and the cooks had to cook from the cookbook. So that's what I'm doing too. I've done gruel for 2 weeks. I really don't think I need to do it anymore. It doesn't get any better. It's revolting, we know that. So I'm going to try some nice things from the Victorian recipe book. I'm trying Roly Poly Pudding, the first thing this morning. But I will just show you, just for a moment quick, I got this given to me as a little memento. It's a plate from my friend Christina, which says peas pudding hot, peas pudding cold, peas pudding in the pot 9 days old. Workhouse Diet 2014, what a lovely memento. Anyway, back to the cooking. So, we have a bowl of pastry here. This is suet pastry, made with beef suet. I did use a tourer, I confess, I didn't chop the suet myself. But what I've got to do is roll this out on a floured board for the main portion of the pudding. So it's a bit sticky. My pastry making skills are not what they were. I have, in the past few years, rather erred on the side of buying pre-made pastry, but I have made pastry in my life, so I'm not doing too badly. It's very sticky. Oh dear, it's like a blue Peter moment. Let's get some flour on it. So what I've got to do is roll this out, and then I've got to somehow get it into a cloth which has been previously boiled in water. So that's boiling away on there at the moment. And once it's on the cloth, which is boiled and floured, I then have to spread it with jam and then roll it up. So there it is. If I can just lift that up, success. There is the rolled out pastry. Homemade pastry, I'll have you know. And see you in a moment. So we can see into the pot here where my cloth, this is a pudding cloth, it's not, it's a tea towel, but it's the closest thing I had. That's boiling away, and we've got to cover that, we've got to somehow get it onto this board without destroying my kitchen, and get it floured and get the pastry, which is now in the bowl, into there. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to pass it to George. Hello, George. Yeah, very good, thank you very much. Right, if you take the camera, it is still filming. And my life as a washerwoman at Gresson Hall holds me in good stead for this, using the tongs and letting things drip. So that I don't drip everywhere, I'm going to pop it in this bowl. Just give it a squeeze out. There we go. Roly Poly Pudding, who'd have thought, eh? All those washing skills. Right, now if you can follow it round, George, on the camera, what I'm going to do is spread the cloth out. Ah, that's really hot. Ah. Very hot cloth, it's just come out boiling water, should have thought of that. And now I need to flour the cloth. So can you see me and the pudding here, George? Mm-hmm. Yeah, good-o. And now the pastry will fall apart as I put it back on the thing, predictably. Oh, this is horrendous. Never make jam roly-poly. Oh, crikey. Just can you get a close-up of this mess that I've got here, George? Try very hard to do it properly. See, this is why pre-made pastry is the way forward. Because your own pastry never stays together. Oh, there we go. Looks like Casper's ghost after it had been hit by a car. Right. There. Lovely. Lovely. Now I'm going to spread some jam on it. And I haven't got the right accoutrements around me to do that, so we're just going to stop filming for a second while I get a knife and a spoon. So I've rolled it out, I've made it look a lot better in the wet cloth. I probably should have made the pudding separately and then put it in the cloth with hindsight, but it's too late now. So we live and learn. This is the whole point of doing Victorian recipes, isn't it? They cook different to us in their days. Right, so here goes the jam into the pudding, pie, whatever you want to call it. Jam roly poly, this is called. Whee! We love a bit of roly poly. I'm going to put loads of jam in. I'm just going to finish off the jar. Asda's finest raspberry jam. That'll do nicely. We're going to have this for our tea later. I hope it's nice. I'm sure it will be. Now it's going to take 2 hours to cook. I've got to boil it for 2 hours. I don't know whether I'm supposed to actually roll this up or just join it in the middle. I'm just going to do my best. It's all stuck to the cloth. Nice. So I'm just going to kind of fold it over so that it's not got any gaps, because I've made a bit of a hash of it, to be perfectly honest. Don't pull faces, Duffield! Goodness me, the cameraman is expressing his discontent with what I'm making. Can you actually see this on the camera, or can you only see me? Can you actually see it? Right, so I folded it up. There it is. What a mess. And I'm going to now tie it up in the cloth and boil it for 2 hours. So this is my first attempt at ever steaming anything in a cloth. I'm a woman of the 2000s, 20 whatever they are. I make everything in the microwave if at all possible. And so I'm going to find some string, boil it up and put it in the boiling water for 2 hours, and then hopefully we will eat it. Stop pulling faces, George. Hello again. You haven't had a gap, I have. I've been tying this up with string, and I'm going to put a wooden spoon through it so that I can hang it on the pan so I can get it out again. So I feel like a little bit like Dick Whittington now. I'm going to put this over my shoulder and seek my fortune. So into the pan it goes, and I don't know whether I'm supposed to leave room for expansion of the pudding, but this isn't a real pudding cloth. I wonder if they're a bit stretchier. I don't know, anything can happen, but we shall see. I shall put the thing in the water, and where's the lid? Put the lid on, and sort of. Oh. I don't think any Michelin star restaurants are going to be after my services anytime soon. So, the resounding success of the Cornish pasties is marvellous. Very pleased about those. But slight problem with the jam Roly Poly Pudding. I've taken it out after an hour and a half because it was leaking jam into the water, which yuck. So let's just see if I can turn the camera around and have a look at it where it is now. Okay, we're going to have a second look at this because I've got it on the plate now, and if we remove the string, it does look a bit like a lung. If I cut it open, actually on the inside it's done, and we've just tasted a tiny bit of it and it's really quite alright. So I think it's just the look of the slimy exterior that we're not used to because we don't tend to have boiled puddings. So I think that's alright, and we're going to try a bit, aren't we, George? Yep. Okay, so to switch off, we will put it onto a plate and give it a try. So George is going to be the first trier of the jam roly poly. He's looking considerably more enthusiastic about this than he did about the gruel. And it's hot, really hot. What do you reckon? Is it nice? Look at that little face! Oh yeah, that's a definite hit. So I'll just do a close-up on the jam roly poly. It looks a bit iffy, but it tastes really nice, apparently. So, oh look, he's going in for another spoonful, and in we go. Oh yeah. So jam roly poly is definitely a hit. It's just that it looks pretty rank, and the business of boiling it in a cloth is a bit of a faff compared to what we're used to doing in this day and age. But the result is a resounding thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up, George. Goodbye, fine boy. Thank you.